Hello everyone, welcome to today's session. Today we are looking at working with columns and rows in Microsoft Excel. I've come up with a simple outline which I'm going to use. We are going to first look at how we can select different sections of a worksheet. Then we look at inserting and deleting columns and rows, adjusting the width and height of columns and rows, adjusting the size auto fit the data. Then lastly, we look at hiding and unhiding columns and rows. So straight away, let us see how we can select an entire column. Put a pointer on a column header. When you see the black arrow, left click. Similarly, select a row, put a pointer on the row header. When you see the black arrow, left click. Next, let us see how to select a group of adjacent columns. There are two ways we can select a group of adjacent columns. First, choose the column you want to begin with. Let's say I want to begin from column B. Select B. Press the Shift button. Keep pressing it. Then bring the pointer and select the last column. Similarly, I can left click in the first column. Keep pressing the button. Then drag up to the last column you want to select. Release the button. The same case applies to rows. Select the first row, press the Shift key, then come and choose the last row. Also, you can left click, keep pressing the button, then drag up to the last row. Then to select scattered columns and rows, we use the Control button. Choose the first column you want to begin with. Press the Control button on the keyboard. Keep pressing it. Now start choosing other columns you want to select. Similarly with rows, select the first row you want. Press the Control button, keep pressing it. Then choose the rows you want to select. Then here to select an entire worksheet, put a pointer in this cell, which is an intersection of row headers and column headers. Put a pointer, then left click. Now let us see how we can insert and delete columns and rows. We have two ways how we can insert the rows or the columns. We can either use the right-click method and choose Insert, or we come in the Cells group here, then choose the Insert option and choose Insert Sheet Columns. So let me first use the right-click method. Right-click in the column header. For instance here, if I right-click in this column B, the new column will be inserted on the left of B. Choose Insert, you get a new column inserted. Similarly, to insert, I can come, if for instance I want to insert a blank column between C and D, I select D so that the new column gets inserted on the left. I come here in the Cells group, I choose Insert, then Insert Sheet Columns. You get a new column inserted here. So here I'm inserting one column, but if I want to insert more than one, I select the number of columns I want to insert. So if I want to insert, for instance, other two blank columns before C, before this column, I select the number of columns. Then I bring the pointer and right-click in any header of the selected part. Then I choose Insert. You get two extra columns inserted. So if I don't want to use the right-click method here, I come in the Cells group under Insert option, then I choose Insert Sheet Columns. To delete the columns, choose the column you want to delete, right-click in the header, then choose Delete. Similarly, you can choose the column you want to delete, come here in the sales group, under delete, choose delete sheet columns. If you want to delete two columns at once, select the columns you want to delete. For instance, if I want to delete B and D, I select B, then press Ctrl button, keep pressing it, I select D. I right click in any header of the selected columns, then I choose delete. You get all the columns deleted. Then to insert rows, if I want to insert a row between the third and the fourth row, I select the fourth row and right click in the row header. Then I choose insert. You get a blank row inserted. Similarly, if I want to insert a row, let's say between Southwest Airlines and Singapore Airlines, I select this row. Then I come in the sales group here. I choose insert, then insert sheet rows. But now if I want to insert more than one row, I select the number of rows I want to insert. So if I want to insert 3 rows on top of United Airlines here, I select the 3 rows I want. I right click in any row header, then I choose insert. You get the 3 rows inserted. Similarly, to delete them, select the row you want to delete, right click on the row header, delete. You can again select the row you want, come to sales group here, under delete option, then choose delete sheet rows. If you want to select all the 3 at once, select them, either again right click in any row header or come under sales option, right click here, then choose delete. Now let us see how to adjust the width and height. We adjust the width columns, then we adjust the height of rows. So to adjust the width of a column, for instance, if I want to adjust the width of column B, I put a pointer here. When you see the double arrow symbol here, click, keep pressing the button, then drag up to the desired width. Similarly, I can reduce by clicking again, and I reduce the width. If you don't want to drag here, select any cell within that column, come to Format, choose Column Width, then in this dialog box, specify the width you want. For instance, if I put like 35, I click OK. You can see how the width has been adjusted. Again, to reduce it, I can come back to Format, Column Width, then I choose 25. It reduces the width. Then for the row, we adjust the height. Adjust the height. For instance, if I want to adjust the height of United Airlines, I put a pointer here. When you see the double arrow symbol, click and drag. Similarly, to adjust the height of Emirates, you can select any cell or select a row, can select the whole row or select a cell within that row. Come to Format, choose row height, then specify the size here. Can, for instance, put 40. I click OK. Now to take back, you can either click and drag up to the height you want, or similarly, you come back here under row height, then you change the size from here. Now let us look at how to adjust the size to auto fit the data. In these rows, you can see that I change the heights, but I can make again the data to perfectly fit in those rows. So I select the rows, put the pointer on any line separating the row headers. When you see again the double arrow symbol, double click, choose any line separating the row headers. Double click when you see this double arrow. You get the data auto fitting in the rows. Similarly with columns, if the columns have got different sizes. I can make the data auto fit in the columns. Select the columns you want to auto fit. Put a pointer on any line separating the column headers. When you see the double arrow symbol, double click. Again, if I want to use the auto fit option without double clicking, I can select the section I want to auto fit, then come to format, then this time choose auto fit column width here. Automatically, it does the auto fit. Similarly with rows, if they have different heights, and you want to do the auto fit, select the part you want auto fit, then come to format, choose auto fit low height. And if you are not sure of the section to do the auto fit, what you do, if you have all these different heights, different width of columns, and you want to do the auto fit, select the whole worksheet. Now choose any line separating the column headers to do the auto fit for columns. Any line, put a pointer there. When you see the double arrow symbol, double click, you do the auto fit of columns. Similarly, for rows, put a pointer on any line separating the row headers. When you see the double arrow symbol, double click. Now let's see how we can hide and unhide columns. First, to hide a column, put a pointer on the column header. Here I'm going to hide column C. Put a pointer, right click, then choose hide. You get the column hidden. Again, if I want, for instance, to hide two columns, let's F and G, I select them, right click, choose hide. Alternatively, after selecting them, come here in the format option in the cells group, under hide and unhide, choose hide columns. You get the columns hidden. Similarly with rows, select the row you want to hide, select it, come to format, choose hide, then hide rows. If you want to hide more than one, select them. You can either again right click in any row header, or you come back to format. Let me now use the right click option, choose hide. Another method of hiding is setting the sizes to 0. For instance here, like row 19, if I want to hide it by setting the size to 0, I select it, or select any cell within that row, come to format, come to row height here, change the size to 0, click OK. You get the row hidden. Similarly with a column, select a column, come to format, choose column width, then set it to 0. Get OK. To unhide, select the section that contains the hidden columns. Here I want to unhide the columns. Right click in any column header, then choose unhide. Similarly with rows, select the section that has the hidden rows. Right click in any, then choose unhide. These options, which I'm getting through right clicking, can also be found in format. Come to hide and unhide, then choose unhide rows or hide columns. So let us stop here for today. And if you have found this session useful, kindly like, share, and comment. And most importantly, subscribe not to miss subsequent sessions. Thank you very much. Let us meet in the next session.